do it. I got you, baby girl. I got you.
Okay. Okay.
It's NEPA. See now. See how we did plan. They've not carried their lights. Very unserious people. Hopefully my laptop can survive. Let me see how many minutes. Okay. I still have like 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, good. How's your mom?
She's fine. Oh, she's all right.
All right, we're going in.
Oh boy. Old age.
I know. Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. It is a Smooth book review show. It's 10:30 a.m. on a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm sure it's already raining or pouring outside. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm inside a box. It's the Smooth book review show. My name is Judith Atibi. The very first Saturday for the month of July, and it's the first show for the month of July as well. It's very interesting how the year has come. It's now halfway done. And it was just January 1st, like yesterday. Anyway, we are lucky that the times are flying, and we're slowly coming to the end of this year, and hopefully we're getting back to normalcy. Well, it's a Smooth book review show. My guest today joining me live via Zoom is, of course, Amyn and Oyinda. Find Amyn on Instagram. She's at Lip Gloss Mafia. And of course, Oyinda is Oyinda Loves Books on Instagram as well. So go on there and follow them. We're talking about some of our unpopular opinions about literature, books, your favorite authors, what we think really, those opinions that if we had said it, they'll probably come for a head. But this is a safe space, okay? It's very safe here. And we're able to, express ourselves, really. Amyn has a hand up. Amyn.
Okay, before we go into the authors that we don't rate, I want to say the same because that's been on my mind for a long time. And anytime I say, people always think I'm like overdoing things, but I'm very serious about it. And it's not bants. Like, this is the truth. It's from my heart. Okay. People who read books and don't use bookmarks should be treated as criminals. Period. Let's continue.
Why do you say so?
Yep. Why? Because it's criminal behavior to be dog-earing a book. Are you guilty of this offense? Because I don't know why you're asking me. It's not even something I should be explaining, Judith.
Okay. Let me. The reason why I'm asking this is I have so many bookmarks, right? But I have books scattered everywhere, right? I have books scattered everywhere, and what I mean by scattered is like I have a book here at the office. I have a book back at home. I have a book at maybe a friend's or a relative's house that I'm probably spending the weekend over at. So I don't. Whenever I have those books there, I don't have a bookmark there, right? So because of that, yeah.
What of tissue paper?
No.
What of biro?
So what I do is my scripts. Yeah, so what I do is I use my scripts. That's my scripts to like mark the book.
That's fine.
But like sometimes I fall to sin, and I am human.
No,
and I have so many
penalty
bookmarks.
for this one. You cannot appeal. There's no appealing.
In fact, I even give out
solitary confinement. Yeah.
I even give out the bookmarks that I have because I remember a friend, someone bought a book and they didn't give that person a bookmark, and I was like, oh, why don't you take mine? Because I don't want you, so I gave him mine. I was like, why don't you have mine? Yeah. But then I'm now.
See, all this one you're doing is, you see, Oyinda is not saying anything. You're the one that is looking for how to dig yourself inside hole. Let's accept what I said.
Yes,
that's it.
Yeah, because I feel like why are you spoiling your books? Especially, I like my books in pristine condition. Even if I read a book, like while I'm currently reading a book and the spine is already breaking, it's paining me. That's why I really like massage titles. Their spines are very strong.
Tell me something.
Do not bend. But then there are some books, once you read the first page like this, the spine is already breaking. Why?
Why? After spending all that money.
But I mean, that's the thing with Masobe. I think that the first two books, not the first two published for 2020. That was
Mechanic and Broken
People's Broken People's Playlist.
Yeah.
That it was solid. Solid. Solid.
So beautiful.
God, solid.
You see the intention they used to publish those books.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of those books.
Very proud of those books. And it's so beautiful to look at.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and even the inside cover, everything is just
it's just beautiful.
And okay, you know the best part, it was not smelling like kerosene when you open the inside.
Oh, yes.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys. All right. So some authors that some people find as faves, but yeah, if you say your opinion, they might come for you. Safe space. Oyinda.
Okay, so writers. I feel like once I read a book, I don't even know. I don't have a lot of writers in the Nigerian literary space that I don't like. But I'll just say one book that a lot of people kind of liked when it came out, and then I listened to the audiobook and I did not get it. Maybe because the narrator of the audiobook actually, I would like to say, she increased my dislike for the book. And that's Ties That Theta by Jenny Garrow. This book was so hype. I mean, myself, the cover, I fell in love with the book.
The cover is so gorgeous.
What book? Wait, what's the name of the book? Which book?
Ties That Theta by
Ties That Theta. Yeah, okay.
So I just really saw that book and I wanted, immediately it came out, I got the audiobook and I started listening and I was like, maybe I downloaded the wrong thing. Because this cannot be the book that people have been rating like this. This cannot be the book that I've been dreaming about. And then it got to one point, the narrator just started moving mad. Like she just lost the plot and misunderstood the assignment. And I just want to think, so I could properly stand. The book did not give anything it was supposed to give, and I was so mad.
Yeah.
Because there were so many. And even after that, I was still. Sometimes I just tell myself, okay, books are very subjective. So I will not blame anybody for loving this book. While I'll still blame you, but it's just because I was wondering how this maybe reading the print is a different experience. Because what that female narrator did, I can never. Once I catch her like this, it's on site. Because what she did was it's unforgivable. No. So unforgivable.
I mean, you're next.
Mine, I think I'm very kind to authors because I understand the process is difficult, but there's one author that I don't think I'm going to ever read their book again and that I'm done with. And that's Yagyasi of the Home. Yes. Open your mouth. All of you should open your mouth. I am not a fan. When I read Homegoing, everybody wanted to kill me. Like, oh my God, you're going to love this book. Some people even had the audacity to compare this book to Chintu by Jennifer Nansubuga Makumbi. And I'm like, when I eventually read Homegoing, I'm like, I'm going to destroy everybody who told me to read this book, that I was going to enjoy it. I kept malice with all of them for like a week. And then I decided to bear my mind to them like, wow, you guys, you deceived me. I mean, sometimes you can recommend books to me, but look at it well before you recommend the book to me. How dare you, first of all, compare this book to I read this book and they were like, oh, it's like a collection of vignettes and some Samaritan English. And I'm like, this book is a no from the beginning to the end. And then I get to the end and the supposed necklace that was making its way throughout the book. And I'm like, what was the point? Like, what just happened here? Maybe at first I was like, okay, I'm not smart enough to get this. But I read this book twice, you guys. Twice. Wow. Just to be sure that, okay, there's nothing wrong with me.
You question your,
and the problem is
your
everybody else, obviously. So I did not like it. But my book club, we did ballots and decided to read Transcended Kingdom for June. I'm basically Jesus. because I'm open to second chances. And then I read this book, and hey, I didn't like it. Then after book club, the way everybody was talking about it, the things they liked, it shifted my perspective a little bit to the story within the non-story that I had experienced. Yes. And from 2 stars that I gave it on Goodreads, I gave it 3 stars because they helped me, like they roughened the stone into a little bit of a diamond. So I saw the story within the non-story. But will I read Yagasi again? No, I think she's overhyped and she needs to calm down and write something, because right now I heard she's working on a new book. I'm not going to read it, oh. I'm also going to wait. But I feel like I cannot trust my people anymore because they are biased. And it's okay to be biased. I'm biased when my favorite people write books. Like, I close my eye. But this one, I'm not reading Yagasi again. And I know she has fans. And I don't know what you are fanning. But yeah, that's my interesting.
I'm freaking out.
Oh my goodness. There was one book that came out earlier this year that you guys didn't like, or rather, Amyn didn't like. In fact, she texted me and she was like, "Judith, don't even try me. I've DNF'd."
And which book?
What is that?
And this is because this is a safe space. I'm just gonna say, Madhouse.
Yeah, everybody knows me.
See, Iman, you guys should have seen Oyinda's face. Oyin was like, Jesus, Judith, you want to break this table?
Everybody who knows me knows my feelings regarding this book. But the thing,
I never asked why.
If I've not finished reading a book, I won't talk too much about it. But the little 5 pages that I read of this book, yes, that's where I stopped. Because
you mentioned you didn't go very far.
I couldn't continue putting that into me. So the little 5 pages I read, I felt like
you weren't ready for this.
Needed more time to marinate, and then the author will now rewrite it. But then I discovered when I was on book 5 that the writer took 10 years to write it. So I was like, so this is the effort of 10 years. I'm sorry, I can't go on anymore. It's not for me. So yeah, did you read it? What do you think about it?
Oyinda, did you read it? What did you think?
I remember I was talking to Amyn about the book, and I told her I got to page 50, some 50 something. And so I was like, I even tried to get to page 50. I feel like to understand that book, you have to be on a higher plane of life.
Which higher plane, for God's sake? Which higher plane?
The book is really trippy, like it's a trip. So maybe when you're like on a higher, I don't understand the book.
We cannot use trippy again. I've read trippy books. Yeah, I've actually read trippy books. There's a book I own, Fever Dream by Samantha Schweblin. That's a trippy book. That book, when you're reading it, is as if you're going to the mind of someone who has malaria. Like, that's a trippy book. And you will understand it. And you will get goosebumps. And you'll be like, obviously, the person who wrote this book is disturbed. But you get it. Yeah, you get it. But this one... Like, they say, write a book when you are... write your book with reckless abandon. But edit it with sharpness, with razor-sharp focus. This did not happen. That did not happen. And yeah, it's not for me at all.
Guys, oh my goodness. Okay, so I read the book. I finished the book. And
did they give you prize?
I don't know. I mean, be nice. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. But I will say that what happened for me was that I was, let's see. At the time that I was reading the book, I was also reading 2 other books. So that made it easier. So I find at times when it was heavy, because the aesthetics of the book is so heavy. Like, I mean, the house, the parents, the children, all that's going on. So many times that I had to drop the book and then read something else that was lighter. So I was reading 2 other books with that book. So that made it easier to get to the end and also finish the book as well. But again, I mean, with everything that was going on inside of the book, on the surface of the book, you can see what he was trying to do. So yeah, I would give him that. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you got something from the book. I didn't get anything.
But again, I don't know if that's his style of writing, if that's how his style is. I don't know if he was trying to
he has a collection of short stories.
So I've not read that. I'm looking to get that. So this surrealism, mystical sort of, yeah. So I think that's what he wants to more like move on to. And I think his kind of influences could be, Mike O'Cree, those people, those kind of authors. So I think is his face is mixed. I think he's influenced by Ben Okra, beg your pardon, Renouche Okoje, many of those authors who like surrealism as a tool or theme that's always ongoing, rolling in their books. So I guess that's it. But hey, guys, we're almost out of time here on the show. If you're just tuning in, this is a Smooth Book Review show right here on Smooth 98.1. I love music, love life. My name is Judith Atibi. My guest star Oyinda. You can find her on Instagram. She's at Oyinda loves books, and also Amyn. And on Instagram, you can find her at Lip Gloss Mafia. We're talking about our unpopular opinions in literature. It's pretty much in literary space, books, authors, everything in between, what we like and what we dislike, and then we're just saying it with our full chest. Okay, so this is a safe space, for us to do so. I have a message here from Amara. Yeah, she goes, bookmark. I don't use it. I have, but don't use. I always know where I am. And nope, I do not dog ear my books.
Okay. She's obviously a chosen one because she remembers where she is and she doesn't dog ear. So she's fine. She can come to the barbecue.
But you do know she's the same person who says Egusi. She also supported that opinion that Egusi is a
soup thickener.
Yeah.
She can't come to the barbecue, but I won't put her in jail.
Remember, she said, I can remember my message. She was saying, Judith, you all should calm down. There's something called worldview and experiences. Egusi is a thickener for some of us, depends on where you come from and what you're cooking, not a main soup, but used to thicken the soup. I can remember very clearly that's what she said. So, yeah. But anyway, because we're out of time now. But guys, I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes each to give that one opinion that you never say, always hold your tongue from, but you're going to say it here and here, and we're going to let it go. Guys.
Okay. Are we saying it now?
Yes. Yeah? Yes.
Okay, so this was something that I think I just did it for the first time very recently, and it's about Nigerian women's fiction. I feel like when you want to write women's fiction, we get that you're writing about women's stories and lives and struggles, but sometimes that's down the struggle. Okay. Okay. Are we still on?
Yeah, Oyinda, go on.
Okay, like sometimes dial down the struggle. It's not every time. I feel like we can have women's fiction that isn't just tears and suffering and moving from one bad situation to another. Let's have women just flexing and living life and also going through life that doesn't necessarily have to revolve around struggle. So like, pity them small when you're writing the characters in your women's fiction book. Pity them.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure my own is an unpopular opinion. I feel like this should just be facts because it will not make sense if, okay, writers who say they don't read or they don't want to read other people's work because they think it will influence their work. I think those people should not have their books published at all because they are obviously not serious about their work.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's an unpopular opinion. Really. It can't be unpopular because why should a writer not read? Like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing new under the sun. How else do you get better at what you do? Like, is your imagination so great? You have to learn from somewhere, and the only way to do that is to keep reading. Like,
Well,
you can tell when a writer actually reads. You can actually tell by the book that this person is a reader, because they write it like almost from a reader's point of view. So they are not stressing you out. They're like very intentional, the use of words, the language, even those that are doing gang style and technique. You can tell that these ones are like, you can even tell their influences from the kind of writing. So when a writer is like, oh, I don't like to read other people's work because, like my voice, I'm like, please relax. You don't have voice. Like, once. So yeah, that's my own.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. For me, oh my gosh, this is okay. The truth is, I don't know how to do it. Oyinda is only for me, like, yeah, talk now. Let's hear yours.
Yes, now it's a safe space. You say this is a safe space.
I have this message here. It goes, are there writers who don't read? I thought writing was an offshoot of being a ferocious reader.
God will honor you.
You will be
God
very
will honor
surprised.
You, that person.
Amara, you'll be very surprised. In this age and time, there are some folks who are very snobbish. I think maybe it could be because of competition, right? Some persons, hear me out, okay? You have to listen to your competition to know what they're doing, right? But there's some folks who listen to their competition might also, in a way, dampen their self-esteem. Writing a body of work and also, in some sense, creating can be very daunting, such a daunting task to do that some folks may not be able to do that. And whenever they see somebody doing better than them, it may, in some sense, kill their morale, if that makes any sense. And so they try to avoid drawing out every voice to try to go in and build this world, because self-doubt might kick in, work morale my lower, there's so many things that you might want to consider. So I think maybe that's why. I'm not trying to make a case for them, just maybe.
But I think that would be sad though, because if you can't handle reading good work from your peers or people who have written before you, how do you get the confidence to put out a body of work where there are sharks out there waiting?
Because other readers are just reading the other people's work.
And you're going to be compared. It's not something that some people will not do it, but you can't escape it.
Yeah, you're correct. Very, very true. But I don't know, different strokes for different folks. But I feel like I wish them luck.
That's their plan. That's all I can say.
Okay, so my unpopular opinion. That writers are human beings, and this gatekeeping that we have for writers, and feel like, this pedestal that we put writers on, and feel like they cannot do wrong and cannot do bad, or they cannot have varying opinions from yours because you love their work and you kind of idolize them, or I'm not going to say worship, because some people have problems with that word. I mean, I worship Beyonce, but I mean, we're not going to get into it. But I mean, you've idolized their writing, idolized their work, and you sort of turn them to this pop culture, pop sensation, or, and then you forget that deep down inside that are still human beings and people still make mistakes, and this is going to tie back to what we saw last year. And I'm not going to make a case for anybody. It's just everybody's human and everyone is. And we must find a middle ground to have these conversations. Writers are still human beings. Chikena. Doesn't mean that when you're a sexual offender, you think you're going to come to me and tell me I'm going to burn you at the stake. But still, writers are human beings. So that's what I would say. That's what I would say. Well, it's been fun doing this book review with you guys. I have a message here. This is Gilbert Musa from FESAC. It says, good morning, Judith and your guest. How long will this particular edition last on YouTube? Well done for your nice work. Can you send a link for today's book review? Okay, I'm going to do that real quickly. You can find this replay. It's going to be live on YouTube, so go check it out. We're on www.youtube.com/smooth981FM. Make sure to follow us, okay? go on there, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification button so that you can, check us out when we have a video posted, anything posted on there. So please avail yourself of that and do that. It's been wonderful having you. Plug yourself out as usual. That you do so much. You have your newsletter, you have your podcast as well. You have your mesh that you sell. So it's plenty. It's plenty. So go ahead.
We're just keeping busy. So if you would like to know more about me, just Google something bookish, and you would either be able to follow my podcast or my newsletter or my website. And you can follow me on Instagram at Lip Gloss Mafia. The Mafia is double F. Or at something bookish, or you can join my book club. Just send me a DM anywhere you find. If you Google Lip Gloss Mafia or something bookish, you'll be able to know where to find me. You can even send me text message. I think my phone number is online somewhere, so I'm available to talk about both.
Of course, Oyinda, you can go ahead and plug yourself out.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Just find me on Instagram at Oyinda Love. Thank you.
Yeah, find out it's Oyinda Loves Books. She's on there on Instagram, so go on there and follow her. She has, and I love her reels so much. Like, it's her goodness.
I'm like the reels queen.
Like, she's like, oh my, like, there's so much work that goes into her reels. Like, whenever I see
a reel one time, I was like, damn, Oyinda is putting
Oyinda, she's putting in, like, it's stressful. And then you have to mime it, like look for the audio, like remember when to cue in. Oh, it's a lot of work. So I give you a hand. Tiribosa for you. My name is Judith Atibi. It's been wonderful being here with you guys all the way from 10 down to this hour. Join us every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. for the Smooth Book Review Show. We review books, literature, and we come on here to destroy books. If it's not good, we'll say to the future. We don't have our mouth here. We don't hide it. We say everything as we want to say. So join us here. My name is Judith Atibi. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Judith Atibi on Instagram. My birthday was yesterday, by the way, and I'm still receiving gifts. And I wanted books. Thank you, love. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. You guys have been wonderful. I love all your messages. Everything has been beautiful. Thank you. Up next is going to be time for the smooth, for the Total Football Gang is going to be here in the studio. I'm sure they're going to talk all about the matches from yesterday for Euro 2020. So stick around for that. As for me, it's goodbye. I'll see you. I'm going to be back on Monday for the Smooth Drive with Kayode Baker from 4 to 9 p.m. For now, it's goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome, dear.
Yeah, you guys are wonderful. Your doll. You just made my life beautiful. Thank you. Alrighty.